As the moon set and the sun rose on Death Valley, the Swamp King overlooked the field of battle and saw naught but a feast for crows. Oxford was no more. The NWO was reduced to ashes by the ferocious onslaught of DBU. Sir Screedy and Fulton pincered the rebels and claimed the head of their captain, Sir Tuamu, while an offensive explosion led by Sir Burrow overwhelmed the paltry defenses of the Landshot. Moreau the Mighty set the tone early by dispatching one of the rebel defenders with a devastating blow that had the Brads and the Chads overlooking the onslaught shaking in their matching New Balances and wishing their fathers would loan them money for safe passage back to the Delta. But there is no time to dwell on the past, for greater glories lie ahead. The Swamp King inhales deeply. A smoldering anger begins to develop deep in his breast. Picking his teeth with his battle axe, he ruminates on his newly formed plan. The Purple and Golden Company will travel to Gainesville and lay siege upon the castle known as the Swamp. Flying the sigil of the Gator, the men of Gainesville are led by the treacherous wench, Lord Dan of House Mullen. With his ridiculous shoes and love of selfies, he seems more millennial than man. And although he suffered defeat at the hands of the Wildcats, Lord Mullen regained the trust of his people by driving Lord Moorhead from the field, thus conquering Starkville and completing his final act of betrayal. Lord Mullen's defenses are mighty indeed, led by Sir Cece and Polite. Their trench fighters are feared throughout all of Southeasteros. And once again, the challenge will fall on the shields of the Swamp King's offensive front lines. A salty crew of heavy infantry led by Sir Lloyd of House Cushenberry, they will seek to breach Lord Mullen's lines and clear the way for an all-out assault on Ben Hill Griffin. Not but a week later, with the noon sun burning bright in the Florida sky, Lord Ogeron and his forces finally arrive within sight of their target. There it is, the swamp. My brothers, do you see that in the distance? That is no castle. It is a den full of thieves and pretenders. Have you forgotten what Lord Mullen did to your brethren on the fields of Starkville? Have you forgotten how the Gators mocked and celebrated the death of Mike the Tiger? Have you forgotten the damage inflicted by the false prophet Tebow? 'Cause I do not forget, and I will have my revenge! These taunt-wearing simpletons believe the swamp to be their ally. Ha! They merely adopted the swamp. I was born into it, molded by it. I am the swamp. By day's end, their mullets will adorn my walls, and they will know there is but one Swamp King, and his name is Ogeron. Go Tigers!
A Song of Purple and Gold, brought to you by Capital Partners, a full-service lobbying and public relations firm here to remind the good folks of Southeasteros to be prepared, because session is coming.